My name is Ulf Gaardsted, and I'm the founder of Companions Workspaces and the Union Workspaces. And we rent quite a bit of tree, the building, about 4,000 square meters that we've turned into a workspace for scale-up companies. So the whole building is built on kind of an offset or a principle of trying to be responsible environmentally, and trying to see if we can experiment by building a new building but in new ways that kind of conflicts less with climate and resource management. So the whole building is kind of sourced with upcycled, recycled, and new biological materials. And in that respect, it was natural for us to see if we could find materials that would fit in with that principle when we did the interior decoration. And then I came across the Maro tabletops. I think I actually met Jesper at 3 Days of Design last year. Or was it this year? It doesn't really matter anyways. And I saw a prototype or a pre-production version of the tabletop and just loved it. The way it kind of resembles in a way a natural stone with all the different colors that comes together in a I think warm and interesting mix when you look at it close up, and when you look at it from afar, it has a calm vibration, but at the same time you can see that it's not just a dead kind of what would it be, linoleum or laminated surface, but that it is something different. And then of course the story of what it's actually composed of is just wonderful. To think that's something that would have just be scrap or be waste, be burnt maybe in the big central heating facilities of Aarhus or anywhere else in Denmark, is now being made into something new that can live on for years and years and years in our offices. I love that. So the whole narrative, of course, around the Maro tabletop is what kind of appealed to us, and for us also the storytelling when we show new customers around, new tenants around, guests around, and when our tenants have guests to show around, when they're recruiting new talent for their team, all the little stories that they can tell about this building and why they've chosen to work and live and grow their company here adds on to the value of the service that we provide. And so it is with the Maro tabletop as well. To see the light glow in people's eyes when you tell them that this is actually something that could have come as waste from your own waste bucket at home, that it's the containers from draft beer at Carlsberg. People love that story, that all the little green spots in here actually maybe come from a bar near you. People love it. Yeah. You know, it's nice. It has a nice touch. It's not cold, even though it looks like stone maybe from a distance. Warmth to it. I think it's inspiring to look at something that, just like if it was, you know, a product of nature, you would have all sorts of different drawings and mixes and patterns that you can find in here. So it's kind of it's random how it looks, and two boards don't look the same. I like that as well. You can actually you can intuitively feel that it's not something from a mass production. It is actually something that is looks the way it does due to the process of how it's made. I think that's something that people really like. 10 out of 10, I'd say. Yeah. Where's the wine? No, I'm just kidding. No, absolutely. Sorry. 10 out of 10. I think you've shown great flexibility. The fact that we actually do have the Maro boards here is due to your flexibility, because you had to speed up the process of actually developing the board to make it ready to be used outside of just your lab, and also the requirements of the base of the base of the table that we are using the Maro boards on is quite different than other tables, which meant that you had to create a different fixture inside the tabletop for us to be able to use it. And you ventured into that process with us without any hesitation, and did a great bit on your part as well to develop that specific solution. So thank you very much for that. Great people to talk to, and a great understanding for what our needs were. So, and delivery on time and on price. So. I guess I can probably ramble on for hours and hours, and but if you need it, short and sweet, it's very nice to see the physical product that you can actually touch and feel as a result of somebody doing what we need to do as a society to think circularity into the way that we live our everyday lives and furnish our homes and our offices, and to see it made into something that you actually also want to buy. And I think that's maybe one of the questions that we need answering for in our society. We need to be able to create circular products that you desire, not because they are circular necessarily, but because they actually look good and they hit your budget and everything else. And so you could say if you're environmentally, if you're an idealist, and I know that again, of course, is founded upon idealism, you might wish that people would choose your product due to circularity and environmentally responsibility top line, but often people don't really, and maybe they will in 5 or 10 years. They choose on behalf of something else, their aesthetics, or that the products need to meet a certain price point or something else. So it's super important that it looks good, and your products do. And that's why it's so important that there are companies like Again, because then the products actually get out there on the market and people get to touch and feel them. And people who've been having a meeting here or sitting and working at a Maro tabletop will wish to have it at home in their kitchen and at the dining table, because it looks good. And then as a very big plus, it's also circular. That's my 5 cents.